All right, guys, good morning. So let's talk about what next week looks like. We're going to talk about what you're going to be doing Tuesday, what Friday looks like, and everything in between. All right, so
Forget that. I'll get that from them later.
Okay. So this week, I believe you guys did a great job. I think all medication has been turned in, okay? If not, make sure that gets into the office this week before Thursday, because there's no school Friday, right? All money should have been turned in, and I think all of our forms were turned in. All right, here we go. Next slide. All right, next Tuesday. This week, you're going to be getting ribbons that match the color bus you were on. So, our yellow group, you will have yellow ribbons, blue, red, green. One ribbon will be tied onto your suitcase, okay? The second ribbon is tied onto your sleeping bag. You're going to be getting a trash bag to put your sleeping bag, pillow, a blanket, whatever you sleep with, your teddy bear, I don't care. That all goes inside a trash bag. Do we have? We don't have a trash bag. I'll wait. We have a lot of information and about 20 minutes to do that. And you're going to tie that onto your bag, your luggage, and your trash bag because there's about 200 of you going to camp. That's a lot of luggage. That's a lot of bags with sleeping gear, right? Everything should be labeled, but when it's color-coded, it's much easier to find your bag. Does that make sense? So if all the bags that have blue ribbons are all together, my blue bus, it should be easy for you to find your stuff, right? The same goes for our yellow bus, red and green. Okay, so we're color coding everything. You're going to get those ribbons. If you lose it, we'll have some extras. So that should say Tuesday morning. There's no school Monday. So Tuesday morning, you're going to get here at what time? 7:30. Okay, 200 of you are coming at 7:30 to drop off your luggage. Wait. To drop off your luggage and your sleeping bag. You're allowed to bring a small backpack if you need to carry your water bottle or whatnot. You don't need your school backpack, okay? You're going to be hiking a lot, but you'll need a pen or pencil, so maybe like a small backpack or like your PE backpack is fine. And you're going to go to the north field over here by the gym, and that's where you're going to drop off. Everything will be color-coded again by bus. You're going to see cones, and you're going to line up your luggage and drop it off there. And then some adult volunteers are going to load that onto a truck for you guys, okay? But we want you guys here early so that we don't have to wait for any of you, okay? Parents should also give you a hug and kiss before you leave, and then they need to go, okay? They shouldn't be, hey, I have a 6th grade daughter, so I would totally embarrass her to death. So, they should not be walking on campus. If you need help with something, if it's too heavy, then it's too heavy. You should be able to carry your own luggage. You should be able to carry your own stuff, okay? And then they need to leave. We're going to save questions for the end, okay? I see your hand, buddy. And then you're going to go to advisory like normal. All the medication should be turned into the office. If you do have meds, turn that in ASAP. But you're just going to go to your normal advisory, and we're going to wait until the buses come, okay? And if for some reason there are no buses here, we would come and wait in the NPR, okay? Up the mountain. Bless you. Okay, so let's fast forward to next Friday when we come home. We should be here around 12 or 12:30, and all call will be sent. Parents will come. They need to line up at the gym outside in the parking lot on that sidewalk right there, okay? They're going to come in, they're going to sign you out, you're going to go pick up your stuff, and you're going to leave, okay? As soon as you get picked up by an adult, you're leaving. You're not staying at Dana. You cannot walk home. You cannot ride a bike home. You can't just leave. So somebody has to come pick you up, unless you're in the after-school program, but other than that, everyone else, you have to have an adult, a parent, somebody come pick you up, okay? If it's not a parent, let's say your parents work, right? I work, hello. And it's grandma picking you up. There should be a note in the office that says, I give so-and-so permission, Grandma Susie permission to pick up my daughter. And that should be in the office, okay? So, If you know that your parents can't pick you up next Friday, there should be a note telling the office who's picking you up. But nobody is allowed to walk home. I don't care if you live across the street. Put your hands down. I'm not answering questions yet. Okay? You have to have somebody pick you up. Okay? So, we'll survive. Everyone will make it home. Don't be late. So what if I'm late? Don't be late. Then you miss out. Sorry, we're not going to wait for you. If you're absent, and then somebody will have to just drive you up. Okay? If you're sick and you have a temperature, if you're sick, you can come to camp once you're feeling better. Oh my gosh, thank you. That's fun. No fever. If you have a fever over 100 degrees or above, you are not allowed at camp, and you're not allowed to stay at camp. We had a girl last year get sick. She had a fever, it was like 100.5, 101. She went home. As soon as you have a fever, you go home. The number one reason you get a fever in the mountains is not enough water. You're dehydrated. Okay, so take care of yourself this week. If you get sick at camp, you're going home. Can you bring snacks? Absolutely not. They will be confiscated and you will get a strike. Okay? No, that's not wrong. Oh yeah, 1 week to go, guys.
Yeah, 7 days is wrong, guys, so that's not it. So here we go. Alright, so I already checked the weather this morning on my weather app. Tuesday, right now, it's expected to have a high of 67. That's chilly. The evening gets down to 39 on Tuesday, and the week is only going to get colder and colder as I go. It only took me up to Thursday of next week, but I can tell you that the high for Thursday is 61. That's the high. And the low that night is 33, 1 degree above freezing. So it's important you guys definitely pack up warm. Just a sweater is not good. A winter jacket, much displayed by my model, Mr. Barton here. You guys didn't know it, but Mr. Barton used to be a model for Macy's. Okay, so going on. Alright, so big concept, don't forget the following things, guys. Let's hit these. 1 suitcase. We don't want you guys overpacking, and the reality is if you bring just the bare necessities of what you need, but enough to keep you warm, 1 suitcase is definitely more than enough. The overpacking of suitcases, as you see in the crossed out X's, is luggage left behind. 1 suitcase, guys. You can do it, and we're going to demo what it should look like and what should go inside. Definitely items to remember. Please, everyone, pants. Lots of layers, especially if you guys tend to get chilly because it is super cold up there, and I don't think there's heaters in their dorm, is there? There are heaters?
It's heated.
I might sneak in at 2 in the morning and turn on the air conditioning. Bring in your sleepwear, heavy jackets. Shh, listen up, guys. Heavy jackets, especially for those cold days. Light jackets, just so you guys always have some layer of protection, or a sweater. Shoes with a grip, because you guys are going to go on a lot of nature hikes and it's bumpy terrain. Nothing that's treacherous, but still a gripped shoe is better than a non-gripped shoe. Oh, Mr. Barton will demonstrate.
Where'd you get no?
These here are some nice sweatpants. Some kids even wear their sweatpants under their pants. That depends how cold you get. This here, nice comfortable t-shirt.
Layers, layers, layers.
Unless you're me, you walk around in a tank
Scarf.
top.
Scarf.
Definite scarf, guys. Cover your throats up.
Nice scarf. Big socks. Ankle socks are not good.
Good hygiene, guys. Nobody wants to smell you. Pillows, little sleeping bags.
Oh my gosh, it's teeny.
All right.
So, can I add, Mr.
Of
Dino?
course, please.
You're sleeping in like a dorm type setting, so it is heated. You will not be freezing cold at night. You are not allowed outside in shorts. So, bring pants, pants, pants. I'm not going to talk over you guys. Long underwear! Yay! Layers, layers, layers.
I try those on, but that's embarrassing. Alright, guys, let's get back to the list because there's a couple of things that are definite hits here. Listen up, guys, please. For your benefit and protection, guys, I definitely suggest a beanie, especially one that covers your ears because the tips of your ears will get super cold, as will your nose. Chapstick. Almost instantly, within hours, your lips are going to start to dry and crack. If you guys bring some type of moisturizer, you're going to prevent that issue from happening. I think it was last year we had a girl whose lips just went totally dry, right? It was
Yeah, they had to use Vaseline.
Yeah.
It's the only thing the medic can give you for your lips is Vaseline.
The cold will do that, guys, so be smart about it. Mr. Barton demoed some sleeping stuff. Just come for warmth, okay, guys? Whether that's extra pajamas, thicker pajamas, sleeping bags, etc. Water, crucial. If you guys don't keep hydrated, guaranteed you're going to feel ill. You're also going to be dealing with the altitude. And if you guys don't have enough water in your system, you'll start to feel queasy, you'll start to feel dizzy, you'll start to feel sick, your temperature might rise. Once you hit 100, guys, you're going to go home.
I'm going to add, the water bottle is required, okay? You need a water bottle the whole week. A reusable water bottle. If you don't bring one, they give you a plastic water bottle, and that's not good enough, okay? You need a reusable water bottle. I think most of you have one. If not, go to Walmart.
We already talked about the small backpacks, guys, nothing big and lumpy. Pen or pencil, because you guys will be doing some, what should we call it, journaling?
Science, you have science journals.
Yeah, your science journals. So make sure you have a writing utensil.
You're still at school.
Yeah, this is OSS, this is an OSF. The camera, let's talk about that real quick. Your camera has to be a old-fashioned traditional or disposable, not from your device. You guys are not allowed any electronics at the camp. They will be confiscated if they're found or seen. So if you plan to bring a camera, guys, bring one that is not related to your phone, or go to like Target and stuff. They sell the disposable ones, one-time use. Again, keeping warm, guys, is super important. Shorts outside will not happen except if you're in the cabin. Once you exit the cabin, you guys have to have long pants on. Digital stuff. I know you guys are like attached and married to your Chromebooks and your cell phones. Consider this a one-week divorce. You guys cannot bring any type of digital electronics with you. That includes games. Even if you have like a little handheld game, you guys cannot bring those along. Keep in mind, you bring one, you risk the confiscation. It won't come from the teachers, it'll come from the OSS counselors themselves. The idea is to get in touch with nature, guys. Try it out, see if you can do this. Let's talk about the strike system. There are ways to earn strikes at the camp that can eventually get you removed, and your parents would have to come and pick you up. The electronics is actually one of the strikes. You guys don't want to do that. Other things that can earn you strikes, and I'll have you help me on this one because I'm sure I won't remember. Breaking of any rules, flagrant or bad behavior, that's not going to get you guys any points. What am I missing on this one, Ms. Hoffman?
Throwing rocks, fighting. Honestly, it's common sense. Did you know yesterday was National Common Sense Day? And Mr. Hunter has something to add.
School rules apply. So anything you get in trouble for here, then it'll be a strike.
Correct.
So,
1 year, a student sharpied on another student's sweater, that's a strike. Common sense, right? And we have had students earn 3 strikes and go home. So don't think that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that happened. It happened last year, guys. And so what happens is if you get the 3rd strike, they call your parents, they separate you from your group, and you wait until mom or dad comes to pick you up. Last year it was fun to see the dad who came to pick up his kid because he was not happy. And that's a nice long ride down the hill.
And there's no refund.
And no refund of the money too. Let's keep going. All right.
Yeah, science journal.
Science journal is part of it, guys. Remember, this is outdoor science school. It's not overwhelming work, so don't feel like it's going to be a lot of homework. It's really not. Plus, you get to work with your cabin mates, so it's not going to be complicated. But make sure you guys do bring a writing tool, pencil, or pen. We already talked about the temperature, guys. I already checked up until Thursday. You're looking at 37, 32, and I'm sorry, 37, 33, and 37, 34, and 33. That's really cold, guys. I like it, but I have natural insulation. You guys should obviously bring some warm things.
Alright. Simple process. Be here Tuesday at what time? 7:30. Once the buses are here, I'll call. We leave during advisory. We have fun. We don't break rules. Alright, so I believe. Okay, so a couple things. Warm clothes. Every year, we have students who ignore what we said and bring a Dana sweatshirt as their jacket. They are cold, bless you. Layers, it's easier to take off layers than it is to add layers if you don't have anything. So you need a jacket that is warm, jacket, beanies, scarves, all these things that you can layer. Parents must pick you up unless there's a note in the office on Friday. Absolutely no electronics, including your smartwatches, nice try. You can bring a phone, but you can't bring a Kindle, things like that. Except the old school cameras. 3 strikes, you go home with no discount. You need a water bottle, that is a requirement. Everything should be labeled. So your suitcase, your sleeping bag that has, or the trash bag has your sleeping stuff in it. Dana sweatshirts, water bottles. We always have a lost and found pile that has tons of free stuff, beanies, things that just get lost, mittens. So label as much as you can. Label your underwear, I don't care. Make sure it all gets its way back home, okay? Hey.
Okay, that continues to be repetitive, guys. We already talked about it. No phones, no electronics. You guys are smart enough. I get it. You understand. So we're going to open this up to Q&A, but really quick, guys, you will be fed 3 times a day. The food is good. You can eat as much as you want. They just ask that you don't waste, but they'll talk to you about that more. Good questions, please. Way in the back.
What if you don't have a sleeping bag and the only jacket you have are a sweater?
Did you just say what if you have no underwear?
No. Okay, if you don't have a sleeping bag, you need to borrow, or you can just bring a blanket. The beds you're sleeping on is just a mattress bed. It's like a bunk bed. There are no blankets there for you. So you need to bring that. You need a towel. And you need a jacket. So if you can borrow from a friend, go to the Goodwill store, go to Amazon Prime, I don't care, but hold on. We're not going to finish questions if y'all are talking. Because that's a good question. I would say borrow, or you could just bring a blanket and a pillow if you don't need a sleeping bag. But it's not cold at night. If anything, sometimes it's too hot. Okay.
In the dorms, it's warm, guys. Safia, way in the back. In the dorms or in a
Children.
room?
Did she say how many children?
Oh, I'm sorry. How many children are in the room?
There
you go. The dormitories are separated, Safia. There's a boys, there's a girls. The counselors sleep within the dormitory with you. Most rooms, I believe, is 4 people, and it's bunk beds in a room. Okay? Next question. Dino?
I'm going to say no to the board games. Unless it's a compact board game. Cards are fine. Books are fine. You can read them. You're going to have...
You know what it is, Dino? The schedule's pretty full. Downtime, you do get some downtime here and there, but for the most part, you're pretty busy outdoors doing things with the other kids. I wouldn't bring a board game. Too many pieces, too big, packing room. Deck of cards, maybe? Something small. That's what I would recommend, okay? Go ahead, Dennis. Say it one more time. I think that a fifth bench, only the steps, might be considered electronic. Yeah. Because the concept of the policy is no electronics, I'm going to say that the Fitbit probably should not come,
You don't need to
because
know
they
what
might
time
take
it
that from you, even though you're just trying to count some steps. Way in the back. Go, sir. Louder, I say. Louder.
No. Next question. No swimming. Yes. You do not need to bring money. Hold on. No, that's a good question. You will not have an opportunity to buy anything. There's no gift shop. There's no snack bar. So do not bring money. It's a waste, and it could potentially be stolen, right? So anything valuable, leave it at home. Green shirt. can't hear you because there's too much talking. Your cabin mates have already been assigned. You'll find out when you get there. Guys, you're in a building. It's a hallway of rooms. You're going to see each other. You'll be eating together, so it'll be fine. But a couple more questions. Mr. Moore. Not much. How much free time do we get? Very little. But you do get some free time each day.
Way in the back. Go ahead.
Can you bring a regular watch?
Yes.
Totally, yes. Come in here.
You just sit next to someone. She asked, how do you choose a bus partner? You just get on the bus and sit next to someone that... All right. We only have time for a couple more questions. So, go back. Already been asked, yes. Blue sweater. It's your
It's
suitcase.
small enough. I would say it would be okay to put that in the suitcase.
Oh dear.
Wild animals, only the teachers. Next. What type of
Bag. Suitcase. Duffel bag. Anything, just one bag. Okay guys? So don't overpack. It's literally like 3.5 days. So, hands have to go down. Here's the deal. Okay? Questions that you have. You can ask your science teachers. You can ask Mr. Barton. Don't rush him at once. Okay? You can ask Mr. Beeman and I. Okay?